Hi guys, hope you had a great holiday period. Over the past 6 months I've been working on finishing off the traditional Japanese siding on this side of the house here, finding time when I can. As I mentioned previously, this was the first stage in the Japanese courtyard garden project that I've been working on, as I'll show you in this video. We replaced the old windows early last year, and following that I started working on the new siding with the traditional Japanese sasarako notched battens, as I showed in a video a few months back. I still needed to do this section here as well as this corner, including putting in a new window. In this video I'll show the whole completed process. I started work way back in July. I'd already removed the metal siding before installing the windows, and this part was pretty straightforward compared to what's coming next. You might ask whether it was really necessary to replace the siding, considering the old galvanised steel siding was in good condition and could have probably lasted another 50 years. Firstly, I needed to at least remove some of the metal siding to install the new windows. Second, I don't really like the look or colour of the metal siding. However, I have to admit that from a practical point of view, it is low maintenance and sturdy. But if I were a practical guy, we wouldn't have bought this house. So I decided to take this opportunity to remove the old siding and replace it with wooden siding, which will give the Japanese courtyard a more traditional look. In addition, it gave me a chance to check the house's wooden frame for any insect or water damage. I was pretty sure there were no problems, but for peace of mind, it was an opportunity to have a look. And it also allowed me to replace the old insulation. So the wood structure was actually in pretty good condition. The insulation had a bit of mould in it, but it was okay. There were a few gaps here and there. This corner here is the old original toilet. We've replaced the toilet bowl with a new electric one and insulated the inside upper wall and ceiling. The electricity supply for the toilet comes out here. When we were renovating, the electrician wasn't able to get to this side of the wall due to the siding. That pipe is for the old toilet, or so I hoped, as I'm about to cut it off. The new piping you can see under the house. I filled holes and cleaned up the wood. There were signs of insects here and there, but nothing serious. This wire here is from the old electrical system. I double checked it wasn't live, then cut it off later. Here I'm replacing the old aluminium single pane window with a wood frame double glazed one that I ordered back at the same time as the rest of the new windows on the house. The hardest part of putting in the new windows is removing the old ones. The new window is thicker than the old one, but doesn't have flanges, and I also need to consider the depth of the new siding, so I'm making the frame deeper. The normal way would be to put the window in after the insulation and house wrap. However, I wanted to get this window in as soon as possible, as I knew it would take me a while to get everything else ready, and I didn't want to leave the window open for so long. But I took care to make sure it was all properly sealed, so I think it will be fine. I'm pre-drilling what I can now, as it will be easier than when the window is in place. I'm using stainless steel screws. This window will fit inside the original opening with a 10mm gap all round. So what's going to happen is that the window is going to sit here, and half of it's going to be outside.
All right.
There's lots of mosquitoes. They shouldn't.
Okay.
Okay, so it's going to be, half of it's going to be outside. So there's a real risk of it falling towards you.
Right.
Okay, so this goes up. Okay, keeps going. More. Okay, more. More. It's going to be mostly outside.
Why not?
Okay. Okay, hold on. Alright, stay there. I forgot to bring one tool.
Oi.
Oh dear. There's a mosquito in here with me. I'll put trim around the window to hide the foam later. I've been using earth wool, glass wool, unfaced insulation left over from the attic work I did a couple of years ago. I'm using unfaced insulation as we've insulated the inside wall already, and I don't want to risk having moisture trapped inside the wall between layers. Tyvek sheet here. I'm using this mainly as a moisture barrier, as the wood siding will not be 100% waterproof, especially during driving rain. This is a Tyvek drain wrap. I meant to get the normal Tyvek sheet but accidentally got this. I was wondering why it was more expensive than usual. This corner doesn't get a huge amount of rain. The wind from typhoons usually comes from the other side of the house. For this section I made a new jig that allows me to cut 6 battens at once. It turned out well and only takes about 5 to 6 minutes to do one row of notches. I've made a separate video on Tokyo Llama Plus for those who want to see in more detail how I made it. Link in description. On this side, I like the look of the original vertical orientation of the metal siding in contrast with the more ornate storm shutter box next to it, so decided to do the shiplap planks vertically here. For each plank I initially put 2 nails in. Then when they were all in, I marked out a line for the rest of the nails so that they would look nicer. The corner trim just fits over the edge of the first vertical plank and covers the sasarako siding end. So now that I finished that, the next step is to build a deck from the laundry door over there around here. Then build a wall on this side over that way. And then the little garden will be, the traditional Japanese garden will be in this area here. I've almost fully eradicated the metal siding from the house. I would love to soon replace this bathhouse wall with the same traditional wooden siding I've just been making, but I'm probably going to take a break from siding for a while. I'm also keen to continue work on the second floor. Would love to get that finished this year, but things move slowly when you're doing it yourself and you've got other things on your plate. We'll see. Thanks for watching, and I wish you all the best in 2025.